welcome back to Super at 60. I want to introduce a very special guest to you. This is my mom, Joan.
Hello.
And she's going to answer some questions that you guys wrote in for her to answer. So, and there were tons of them. You guys really went all out here, and I really appreciate it. And they were so much fun to read through, and I wish that she could answer each and every one of them for you. Probably some of them I could answer for her, but I really want you to hear them in her own words. So I'm going to go ahead and start. We'll do that. Let's see. All right, the first one is from Robin. And Robin said, did your mom teach you how to cook?
No.
No. That is correct. She did not teach me to cook. Don't know that mom was all that interested in cooking. She wasn't as a child. And I don't think she really was as much of an adult married woman either, mostly because she worked. She worked full time. And so there wasn't a whole lot of time to put a whole lot of prep work, you know, into all these homemade goodies and stuff. But she did the best she could, and she made some wicked casseroles. Let me tell you, she is the casserole queen, the original casserole queen, sitting right here next to me. They're easy to whip together, and yeah, they're yummy. They can be pretty darn good. All right, let's see. Shirley wants to know your favorite Thanksgiving meal.
Turkey.
All right, roast turkey?
And all the trimmings.
Okay, which would include what? What do you remember?
Dressing, vegetables, rolls. Oh my, all those good things.
All those good things, huh? You said green beans, peas. We went over these questions prior to this because I really had to with my mom to kind of jog her little memory. She said green beans, peas, corn, mashed potatoes, gravy, rolls, and turnips, fresh turnips.
Oh, yeah.
Did we have fresh turnips together growing up?
Well, yes.
They were definitely there at times, yes. But I think later in years we didn't have turnips. Nobody really liked them, except my mom. She's the only one. Oh, and carrot salad. Tell them about the carrot salad.
Oh, yes. Carrot salad was just an absolute must-have. And it consisted of ground fresh carrot, green pepper, I think celery to some small degree, and mayonnaise. Yeah, there were a few things in it. It's a very simple recipe. You have to have some. You used to have a hand grinder where you used to clip it to the countertop, and you hand ground the carrots and all the green peppers and all that pickles. Oh, sweet pickles, yeah, were in there. And it was a recipe that your mom or your grandma found. It was my grandmother. Your
grandmother. So my great-grandmother found this recipe once in a newspaper. And honestly, that was when you were a child when it was first on the table. And she's 90 years old now. And it is still, that recipe is still being made for every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. It's a great recipe. If you like, no, never found it, never seen it in a cookbook, nothing. And I know I'm going to I want that carrot salad recipe. I'll do my best. I personally have never made it. I personally don't like it. I don't like it. I never cared for it. But the next day, everybody ate it on rolls with turkey. That's all I know. And that's when it was even better the second time around. All right, your favorite holiday dessert?
Well, holiday dessert would have to be in the pumpkin pie area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. Oh, and she makes great pumpkin pies.
And,
yeah,
and
still does.
Apple pie, secondly, with crumb topping.
Like the Dutch apple crumb. Yeah, I make that too. And I did make that on a video, so I'll plug that video down below if I can find it. That was a long time ago. Your favorite book? Favorite book?
Favorite book, I am having a very difficult time reading right now.
Well, even when you were a child.
But when I was a child, it was
Well,
Girl of the Limberlost.
Okay.
And
Heidi Grows Up.
Yes, I want to show you these things. I have such a treasure here. My mom would read these books to us, and I have the original books. And these are not only the original books that she read to us every night, my brother and I. I'm not sure Greg was part of that. He may have been much older. He may have even been in high school or junior high. No. It wasn't cool to read in bed with your mom. So, but we did it. And we love these stories, and she read them over and over to us. And these are the original books that she was given as a child. Do you remember who gave them to you?
I don't.
No. And anyway, if you can see right down there in this little corner with a little pen, she drew an apple tree because they had them on the farm. And there she is. She drew a picture all of herself. Isn't she cute? And she wrote her name, Joan Helen, right there. So I'm so happy to have these. That's one, that's two, and this is the third in the series. I got a little water stain on it or something. I don't know. That's too bad. But anyway, I cherish these, and I don't know. I think I might have to sit and actually crack them open one of these days and try reading them again. It might be kind of fun.
It's easy reading.
I know, we loved it. My youngest brother and I, we absolutely could not wait for nighttime so we could crawl in bed with Mom and have her read stories. She's a great storyteller. Okay, let's see what else. My goodness. Oh, there was one more book that you really liked.
Oh, Girl of the Limberlost.
No. Hiding Place, remember? Oh, have you all ever read The Hiding Place? That's a great movie, a great book, which turned into a movie, which became a wonderful movie. I personally find it depressing. Yeah, I find it really hard to watch, quite personally, because it's all true, and it's frightening, a lot of it. But the story and her testimony in it, Corrie ten Boom, yeah, she's incredible. Let's see. Oh, your testimony.
Yes, that took place. I was a long time member of the Christian Reformed youth group.
Right, and y'all went somewhere?
And we went as a group to Atlantic City.
Right, and what did you go for?
Where Billy Graham was holding huge youth crusade.
That's right. Where, you know how Billy Graham always invites people down to accept the Lord?
And somewhere along that time, and for that occasion, we were invited to come forward and give our lives to Christ, which I had the privilege of doing at that time.
That's
and
right.
I was about 13, 14.
Yeah, 13 or 14, that's right. That's pretty neat. I mean, I know an awful lot of people during his crusading time gave their life to Christ, because every time we would watch the crusades on TV, you and I watched them often when they were on together, people would just flood down. Hundreds and maybe thousands of people would flood down. And so maybe you know someone too, or maybe you yourself, oh my goodness, if you yourself accepted the Lord at a Billy Graham crusade, I'd love to hear about it. Let us know in the comments below. Just flood us with comments today, because I'd love to read them to my mom, and we will both enjoy them so much. This has been a lot of fun for us. Oh gosh, what was Darlene like as a picky eater? Okay, this is from Lucia. I think it's Lucia. Let's get fun here and call it Lucia. Anyway, she's dear. She comments all the time. Just love her to death. And okay, that was was Darlene a picky eater?
Well, yes and no. It depends what she was picking on.
Well, I do remember one meal that my mom served us. Now remember, she wasn't the greatest of cooks. She really was not, and she'll admit it. She tried to serve us smelts and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, can you believe it? Do you know what smelts are? These itty bitty tiny shrimp. They're kind of like sardines, aren't they? Yes. A little bigger than a sardine.
A little bit.
I mean, it's just disgusting. And she just sat there. She ended up sitting there all alone at the kitchen table. I can still see it, just feasting on these little fishies and Brussels sprouts
at all.
And the rest of us grabbed peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ran in front of the TV, including my father. He didn't like it either.
He doesn't like fish at all.
No, that was pretty funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, Tracy asked, advice. What advice would you give for moms today?
Stay out of the kitchen.
Stay out of the kitchen?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not that interesting.
Don't listen to her. All right, we might have to do a little editing there, but okay, stay out of the kitchen. It's not interesting. That's what I told you. My mom was not interested in the kitchen. Now my aunt, who lives 2 blocks around the corner, her sister, was a chef of all chefs. I mean, she was incredible, and I used to love to get dinner invitations over there when I was playing with my cousin. She want to stay for dinner, Darlene? I'd say, yeah, sure. Anytime, Aunt, anytime. All right, you said stay close to your children, which is super duper advice. Know who they're playing with. Remember you told me that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, know who they're playing with. Less phone and more fun at home. The direct quote from Joan right here, just about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. So I like that. Less phone and more fun at home. All right. So a lot of my mom's advice to the young women's has to do with the home. Stay home, know where your children are, who they're playing with, what homes they're in. Yeah, that's pretty important. I'd give you the same darn advice. And my kids are in their 20s and 30s now, so. All right, your favorite devotional book, Mom. Your favorite thing that you used to enjoy.
Well, I had lots of different ones, but this is one I favor.
Yeah, my mom and I both, unbeknownst to us, she had ordered it for her to come once a month, and I, here in my home, had ordered it once a month because I just love Charles Stanley. I always loved his preaching, like on the radio and stuff. So these little paperback, In Touch, they're wonderful. They come every month. They're a monthly devotional. They're fantastic. You know, each day gives you a little Bible verse to look up, and scripture, very, very powerful. And I have many devotionals personally, and you probably had more than this over the years. I remember seeing quite a few. Dr. Schuller, you went through a Dr. Schuller phase. If any of you remember Pastor Robert Schuller in California. Anyway, that's wonderful, and they're free. So I can post that below too if you're interested in getting that. I highly suggest those. A fond memory, one of your fondest memories.
One of my fondest memories. Ooh, I have been blessed to have many.
Okay, you gave me 2 earlier.
Oh, I did?
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Well, I guess the day my husband came home from Korea.
That's right. I imagine that was a pretty big celebration.
It was, indeed.
Yeah.
And
Something about your honeymoon. We don't want to give too much away, but
we went to Split Rock Lodge in the Poconos.
That's right. And what did you do that you just said you loved?
We went on a horse and buggy ride.
That's
in
right.
the snow.
In the sleigh.
Yeah,
On a sleigh ride in the snow up in the Poconos. Can you imagine? I'd love to do that today. I wonder if they're still doing that kind of stuff up there. I don't know.
I don't know either, but when we came back that day, my father-in-law, bless his heart, had sent a huge bouquet of flowers, and it was sitting in the bay window of our cottage.
To your little cottage. Oh, how cute. Oh, he was a great guy. I loved my grandpa. He was wonderful. All right. This is from Anne, and that last question, by the way, was from Joanne. And this is from Anne, and Anne says, what can't you do that you miss most?
Shopping.
She is a shopaholic. I thought I was bad. My mom could be out 24/7 shopping. She would not miss a store, whether it's clothes for herself or for someone else or for her grandchildren when they were little. Toys, thrift stores. She loves to go thrifting. Yeah, she just loves, and grocery store. She loved being in the grocery store as well. So, all right, that's good. I like to shop too. I'm a little bit of a shopper. All right, Rochelle, what did she do? Nothing? All right. Rochelle asked the top 3 things she recommends a person do every day.
brush their teeth.
Ah, I knew you were going to say something off the list. You gave me a list of 3. All right. Top 4 things.
Try 4 things?
Well, she asked for 3 things, and you gave me 3 things, but you just added 1 to it. So
I have to
you
give
said
one
you
more.
said call a friend.
Call a friend.
Call a friend every
write
day.
A note.
Write a note was her second one to someone.
Absolutely. Stay in touch.
Yes, and you said to like an invalid, maybe somebody who doesn't get a lot of mail, perhaps.
Exactly.
And your third one was pray for.
Diligently.
Yes, and
for our country.
Yes, and for your family.
Yes.
Absolutely, for the country. Yeah, say your prayers for our country. I add a big thumbs up to that one as well. And then the very last question that I have out here for my mom, what were you like as a child? What, 86 years ago?
Well, I was, I had a lot of fears.
You fearful? You were fearful?
Yeah, I was fearful. Didn't like to be separated much from my parents.
Mm-hmm. Does that sound like I was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a lot like that.
I got over that.
And you were shy. You said you were
yes,
really shy.
Because I was fat.
Okay. All right.
Gospel truth.
Yeah, well, that's always good to tell the truth. And you said you enjoyed reading. You
Very
go off
much.
and read by yourself. And what was your favorite book as a girl?
Heidi.
You loved the Heidi books. Mm-hmm. And what was the other one you told me?
Girl of the Limberlost.
Yeah. Have any of you read that book? I've never read it. Do you know who it's by?
I couldn't tell
it's
you
probably
now,
really famous.
but I probably
act
have
like
a
a goon
copy
here.
somewhere stuck away.
Really?
I may. I'll have to give a look.
Okay. Well, if you've read that book and you enjoyed it and you highly recommend it, let everybody know in the comments below. We do a lot of our conversing and a lot of our friendship happens down there in the comments below. So do make sure that you leave comments today so that we can just enjoy each other and leave comments to other people's comments. That's what I really like you do. We call that comment tag here. So, okay, and then one last story about a doctor's daughter.
Yes, we had a doctor and his family who lived across the street from us at the farmhouse. And he had 2 daughters who we became fast friends of course. And this daughter, one daughter, was celebrating a birthday. Mm-hmm. And we were invited, my sister and I. And during the festivities, my mother came in to light the birthday cake and subsequently missed the birthday cake and happened to hit the doctor's daughter's hair.
She lit her hair on fire?
Yeah.
This look, oh my gosh, what was wrong with Grandma?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound like something Grandma would do, but
no,
hey.
No, and I don't know how much involved the young lady herself was responsible for it.
Oh, that's true. She could have been excited and jumping around.
But we feared telling Dr. Smith that his daughter's hair was
your daughter's
fire.
on fire?
But we got forgiven for it, so...
Well, that's a good thing.
We live to tell about
And hair always grows back, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah. Wonder what that little girl's life ended up being like.
Probably has a beautiful head of
hair. Maybe that's the answer to having really beautiful hair. Set your hair on fire at least once in your life. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. This was a lot of fun. And it's always wonderful when you're here, Mom, and visiting us. We have a good time.
Great
Mom loves
joy.
to color.
Pleasure.
Here's one of her coloring books. She wanted to show you a couple of her pictures. She likes this one because it's red, white, and blue. She picks the colors and just kind of goes for it. And she liked that one, this pastel one down there. She's got books, and she's got them here actually, filled with beautiful pictures. My mom was an artist and a poet. She has published poetry,
and has done many paintings. She has sold paintings. So for her to sit down with crayons or, you know, colored pencils and these coloring books that can be quite extensive if you've ever seen them, she does a really good job, and it really keeps her mind active and working. So if you know an elderly person who needs to improve their mental capabilities or keep them fresh every day, it's something you might want to consider. They're everywhere. The books are everywhere. If you have an Ollie's near you, you can get them dirt cheap there, and they're very, very nice, good quality. So thank you again for joining us. I'm Darlene. This is Super at 60. This is my mom, Joan, and she's super at 90. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye now. Lord bless.